Okay. What did you ask of me?
Principles of painting.
The principles of painting. Okay. Um, if you ask me the principles of painting, just like every other um, work or discipline, has its own principles, rubrics, and rudiments involved,
Because your
and
voice,
has
voice.
okay, just like every other discipline has its own register, rubrics, and rudiments involved in working, ethics, principles that guides it. Painting has also its own unique principles. For instance, when you want to paint, there are certain considerations that you do as a person. One, you don't paint in a rough surface because that will affect your work. So the surface must be clean and dry. So if there is any roughness, just like we are doing now, you have to treat the wall in a way that it will be very smooth to paint, because that will give you the great aesthetic value that you desire at the end of the painting. Secondly, one thing about painting is that when you are painting, you consider the color combinations. For instance, this building now that has a blue zinc, and then the walls, then the remaining part of it, the windows have ash white. So if you look at all the colors we combine here, is blue, ash and white. White here, ash, and then we are going to use blue here. So the color is complementing this building, the zinc, the body, the windows and everything. So if you check it out, they are the same family. Ash, black, white, they are all in the same family. Okay, let me say ash and white, the same family. You understand? But then if you look at these colors, they complement each other. So you consider color combination. When you are rolling, for instance, this thing is better explained when I'm with my roller and brush. You don't roll to the end. You roll and you stop before you get to the end. Then you use brush and finish up and roll again. You don't coat once, you coat 2 times. These are some of the principles involved with painting, and so many other principles that I may not mention here.
Okay.
I cannot recall.
Okay. Then the question I want to ask you now is, you know that there is some paint that if you use in a house, it will generate heat. But there are some paint that doesn't generate. There are some color that doesn't generate heat.
Some
So
colors.
yeah,
Are you talking about colors of paint?
during painting. Understand? Like if you paint a house, for example, now black. Understand? I think black generates heat
Okay.
and white doesn't. So is it something that someone can put into consideration if you come to a house?
Okay. Actually, there is a particular type of paint that generates heat, and that paint is oil paint. Yes, that's why people stop using it in residential houses. They only use it at the doors and windows. That's wooden doors, iron doors. That people use it on iron surfaces and wooden surfaces, because it generates heat and it suffocates any ants that will try to attack those surfaces or prevent it from rusting. So when you use it in a house, definitely to generate heat, oil paint. And that's why the Oyibo man in their wisdom, or the paints producers, the paint gurus, the paint researchers, they researched and decided to produce a similar type of oil paint, which is silk paint. But silk paint is water based, but oil paint is oil based. You use either kerosene or fuel, and these two elements they actually generate heat. So they now use water to replace those kerosene or fuel used in oil paint. So that's why silk paint is as smooth as oil paint, but it doesn't generate heat. So not necessarily the color. No matter any color of oil paint that you use, it generates heat, and that's the truth.
Okay.
But we were taught and we know, and it is true, that generally black generates heat.
Yes.
Anyway, even if you wear black clothes, you go out in the sun, you see that you're going to sweat. So, but lighter colors they don't generate heat. But coming to paint itself, the particular paint that generates heat is oil paint.
Okay. Thank you.
What do you talk?